Okay, so it's Halloween, and I decided that as my second to last video for Halloween, I'd talk about the Edinburgh vaults and Mary King's close. So, the Edinburgh vaults are located in Edinburgh, Scotland, and they were originally they were part of a bridge that connected the old and new city. So Old Edinburgh, New Edinburgh, and this was built in 1788. So beneath the bridge, like I said, were these vaults, and there were 120 of them altogether. Now, these vaults would contain a means of storage, but also places where people could work, so like workshops and things like that. So the vaults later on serve as a home for the less fortunate. And what happened was basically the environment down there wasn't great. So you had, first of all, the bridge itself was made of sandstone. So that made for water, like it made it easy for water to like seep into the vaults, and this is not okay for people to live or work. So people would leave, the legit businesses would leave, and then the not so legit businesses would move in. And the not so legit businesses were pretty much smugglers, illegal taverns, and just a lot of like criminal activity, most notably the body snatchers. So the body snatchers were basically what they say they are. They would go into the cemeteries around town and snatch up bodies. Now later on you had some people who would actually kill innocent citizens, because to get a body was like good money. So you would have these body snatchers store the bodies down there. And what made it even more like suspicious was the fact that the vaults were very close to two cemeteries, Canongate and Greyfriars. Additionally, they were close to the medical college. So it made it easy for these body snatchers rather, to store their wares, they're not purchases. So you have the body snatchers down there. Now, because of all this negativity, and I would say some joy, because it was a neighborhood as well, there are a couple of ghosts. So the first ghost we're going to talk about is a ghost by the name of Mr. Boots. So Mr. Boots is a very malevolent and violent spirit. People say that he was in life more than likely a smuggler, maybe even a body snatcher. We don't know. But even in death, he is still menacing. He is said to hurt people, like physically attack people. People have left the vaults with scratches on them or bruises. He's said to shove people. And here's the thing. Sometimes you will hear his boots like walking, around the vaults. Other times you will see him. So sometimes he makes an appearance. And he's said to wear a long dark cloak, and he has dark hair. He's just dark all around. And what's even creepier is you cannot see his face. Not okay. Like, ew. I hate it. The other ghost that's said to hang out down there is a man or a ghost by the name of the aristocrat. And okay, so both of these, we don't have names for them, we just know what their stations in life were. The aristocrat always makes an appearance in what they call the tavern room or the double vaulted room. So he makes his appearance there, and he's said to sport a beard and a hat, a top hat. And people, all that I read said that he looks like Abraham Lincoln, which is crazy. Like he's got an Abraham Lincoln energy to him. So I guess he's pretty tall as well. And I don't think that he has any malevolent energy tied to him. He just appears. You know, maybe he's just going about his day, I guess you could say. The day in the life of a dead man. I don't know. But those are the two main spirits. Other people report being watched down there. It's a lot of bad juju. Oh, people also hear laughing and giggling from children. Also singing from like the ghost of, they assume it's, women, because they hear it's women's voices, as though somebody is like, cleaning and singing, or like maybe it's one of those taverns. Because what do humans do when we get toe up? Like we sing. Like I don't care who you are, you're gonna start singing something. So people have often heard that down there. But now we're gonna move on to the Mary King's Close. And people often confuse the two because both of them have like a similar kind of energy and background. But yeah, Mary King's Close and the vaults are two different places. I was actually victim to believing that. So yeah, they're two different places. Now, Mary King's Close is a neighborhood. And so first of all, what is a close? So a close is really a Scottish term for a closed in tenement like neighborhood, or the entrance to a tenement. And that's what this was. So these tenements, according to one source I read, said that they were 7 stories high. So these were like residences. And on the lower level, you would have businesses, like similar to the vaults. However, it was not an ideal place to live. It sounds kind of like a desperate situation. So why I say that is because they didn't get any sunlight because it's a close. So there's like almost like from what I've seen of pictures, there's like a roof. There was a roof because they kind of built over it, basically, almost like hiding the poor people down there. But this close was, like I said, it was a neighborhood. It was, people lived down there, people enjoyed themselves. That is until the bubonic plague hits in 1645. So let's track back for a little bit. So, I said it was not an ideal place because there was no sunlight. It was dirty. People would leave their refuse or even like human excrement waste, basically, on the streets. So this made for a very unsafe place to live. Back to the plague though. So the plagues would wipe out whole communities, and in this particular place we have the ghost of Annie. And so Annie was said to be it was said to be a victim of these plagues. Her ghost is seen, she's a little girl, is seen walking around, sort of wandering around the town, looking for, I would say, help, But then I would also say she's looking for her parents or her family who more than likely passed away within the vaults. Or the vaults, excuse me. I done got them confused. Within the clothes. And because this spirit is so, I won't say not necessarily heartwarming, but it's such a touching story and it's touched so many people, they leave dolls for her. Dolls and toys. And those dolls and toys have been said to move on their own as though little Annie is playing with them. Another ghost that's seen in the close is Mary King herself. And she just appears, and I'm pretty sure she's looking around like, did y'all put my name on this? This the bullshit that y'all put my name on? What the hell? Like, I'm pretty sure, I feel like that, or rather, you know what? I'm projecting. That's the energy that I would project on her, on to the whole thing. I'd be like, this is absolutely not. Take my name off this mess, you know. So she appears in addition to Annie. Now, other ghosts that don't have specific names, but we assume what they're a part of, or like, you know, why they're there, are the plague victims. People have heard moaning and crying, or they feel oppressed, like there's just this, you know, this tightness, this, like someone's bearing down on them. And those are said to be the ghost of the plague victims. So you have these two specific ghosts, then you have the plague victims. And I feel like they're just reliving their last moments on this earth. Because if you don't know, the bubonic plague was awful. Like, it was horrific. I might do a video on that if we can all stomach it. But yeah, those are the spirits of both the Edinburgh vaults and Mary King's clothes. And I would like to say happy Halloween to everyone, and I will see you all at the end of November. So we've all partied this last month, so I felt it appropriate that we take a break. And so I'm going to come back with some lighter fare involving Christmas. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.